and chill. My name's Nisha, and this is a pick a card reading to find out what do men think of you. I've got 3 groups for you to choose from today. Group 1 is the Apatite. Group 2 is the Amethyst. And Group 3 is the red Jasper. Please pause the video now if you need to take a moment to make your choice, otherwise I'll see you in your reading. All the timestamps will be below. You can also find details of my personal readings if you're interested in booking with me. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up button below, leave me a comment to let me know how it resonates for you, and subscribe if you're not already subscribed. This reading is for you if you chose the Apatite. Let's see what cards you have. From the Goddesses, Gods and Guardians Oracle, you have Amaterasu, No More Hiding. From the Divine Animals Oracle, you have Goat, Reliability. From the Light Seers Tarot, you have the Ten of Wands, the Five of Swords, and the Emperor. And then from the Ancestral Path Tarot, you have the Princess of Staves, and the Seven of Sacred Circles. I'm seeing there may be someone particular who might find you a bit stressful, to be honest. I'm sorry to say that, but it might be someone who finds that you talk too much, or you maybe only call them when you're having a difficult time, or something. Like they see you as someone who's always maybe like having a problem or something like that. So I'm sorry to say that, but I also do feel like a much higher number of people find you very hardworking. Like mostly I think men think you're very hardworking and very on top of your things in your life. Like you seem like you have it. You seem like you have it all. You seem hardworking and determined and focused, and pretty much the most reliable person there is. Like you seem consistent and stable. And it also seems like you're very good at providing and making things for other people or creating things for other people. I feel like you may be a good manager or boss, like it might be a colleague or somebody who finds that you're very, I want to say a bit too bossy sometimes, like you might have a bit of a temper or a temperamental management style or something. But I do feel like people want to be there for you when you call them. They find it important, but it also might be that they find that you will not stop calling them until they do what you want them to do. They might find you a bit selfish sometimes. They might think that you're a bit demanding. I'm hearing even controlling for somebody. They find you a bit controlling and a bit strict and a bit severe and a bit serious. I'm not sure if you sometimes maybe have a why me or poor me kind of mentality, and maybe you'd like to communicate with people and get sympathy from people. And I feel like they might sometimes think, oh, not again, not another message from so-and-so. I can't really deal with that right now. And it feels like they find that you are working really hard, but maybe you have like a long way to go still. Maybe you're sometimes going slightly the wrong way and not towards the ultimate finish line. I'm not sure if this is like someone who you wouldn't really want to talk about anymore or something, like someone you don't really like anymore or something like that. It's like maybe someone you don't really particularly care for. So I'm going to try and skip their messages a little bit. But also I do feel like there may be people who find you particularly good at cooking and, again, like providing for people and making a nice environment. They think you're very healthy and in charge of your own place and in charge of your own plate, and like you maybe fill up your own plate and then other people's plate, and you always sustain other people with your effort and your energy. I do feel like some people might see you as like a workhorse, like they might be very selfish people themselves, and they take advantage of you and they want you to do things for them at their beck and call. And yeah, I feel like they may see you as someone who's like always willing to do too much for people, so they want to like take advantage of you. But I'm really sorry for passing on that message. I just feel like it might be helpful from spirit to somebody. I feel like people quite often don't get to see much of you, especially if you're female. Like I feel like a lot of these messages have been for like males. But I feel like for females, men think you're very attractive and like they don't get to see you for long enough. Like maybe you're too busy working and they want to like almost run after you and harass you. But I do feel like they think you get too much already. Like you might already seem busy with like guy number one who's approached you on the street. For them to want to talk to you, like they think you're already busy and you're already fed up of how many people probably approach you, and they probably see you busy and doing something that is otherwise occupying you. And it feels like they think that you're kind of like unable to be attained by them. And for some of you, it might be because you're too busy working. For some of you, I feel like you might be a feminine, but you're in like masculine energy. And it might be noticed by men, and they don't particularly like it as much as when you're in your feminine energy. But I still feel like they find you very attractive, and they find you very composed and calm and in control. And I want to say like you're sustaining your own situation enough to be kind of like the masculine and feminine in your own world. And you are like very reliable and very responsible and dutiful. I want to say like someone who turns up on time and someone who can be called on like when they need you. So yeah, I do want to say be careful of toxic people and be careful of being maybe a bit too quick to ask people for things. Or I want to say for somebody, make your voice softer, like maybe speak with a softer tone of voice, because it might be that your tone of voice for somebody particular is like giving them a headache, or they find it really stressful to listen to, or something along those lines. I'm sorry to say that, but I do feel like it might be a helpful tip for you to get more of the best side of people. And I do feel like there may be a lot of people who want to talk to you, but maybe for someone you're like busy with someone who makes you really stressed, like you might have a toxic relationship going on right now. Or like you're always busy with someone else, and it's like loads of people notice you and think you seem great, but they don't talk to you, and it's like they might be trying to get your attention, but you don't notice them. And also you might be too tired from work to be noticing people who think about you and would want to talk to you. So yeah, I feel like a lot of people think there's like no chance with you, like they feel like they don't have a chance with you. That's coming through very strongly. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed the reading. Please don't forget to hit the thumbs up button below. Please leave me a comment to let me know how it resonated for you. Subscribe if you're not already subscribed. And hit me up if you'd like a personal reading. The information will be below. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you again soon. Bye. This reading is for you if you chose the Amethyst. Let's see what cards you have. From the Goddesses, Gods and Guardians Oracle, you have Lilith, Face Your Shadow. From the Divine Animals Oracle, you have Peregrine Falcon, Observation. From the Light Seas Tarot, you have the Six of Wands, the Queen of Pentacles, and the Eight of Cups. And then from the Ancestral Path Tarot, you have the Three of Sacred Circles, and the Princess of Cups. I feel like you might seem a bit intimidating to men, like they might find that you're a bit okay on your own. I'm hearing like you're kind of well established and well accomplished, and like you don't need anyone. And I feel like they might kind of quite often see you walking away, and for women especially, they might see you walking away and appreciate that fine thing from behind and kind of wish they'd talk to you, but also think that you seem too nice and you seem too good. You seem too amazing, and you might be someone who a lot of people look up to or a lot of people aspire to be like. I feel like you're always on point in your presentation. Like your clothes are really nice and your styling is on point. And I feel like people do look up to you, even if you're male and you're asking the same question. It feels like they look up to you, and they may want to speak to you but don't speak to you, and then wish they had said something, but you're walking away already. I feel like a lot of people do pay quite a lot of attention to you, like you're a bit influential. To people, they might try and dress like you or copy you in some sort of way. They might appreciate you for your looks a lot more than other people. Like I feel like people find you stand out in the way you look, and they might want to dress similar to you, or like to like model themselves on you, like to follow the career path you have or something like that. It feels like people are impressed by your job and your standing in life. I feel like for someone you're like a bit of a somebody. You might be a bit famous, you might be someone well known. So I feel like people are very intimidated by you, one, and two, want to pay attention to you, and also probably you have like very nice things, because it seems like you're doing very well in life. And yeah, I feel like they might be a bit intimidated to say hello or anything, and they might want to kind of like approach you, but they might feel too small to approach you. And yeah, I feel like you have a nice house. So yeah, men think you have a nice house and again like nice clothes. And I want to say if you're a female, nice legs and a nice butt, and they really appreciate you from behind, you might have very nice long hair. I also feel like your makeup is really nice and you seem calm and composed and like you feel belonging wherever you go and like you have confidence. It seems like you are very confident and very secure in yourself and very sure of yourself and sure of where you're going. And I feel like you have a strong walk. You walk with purpose, and I feel like you probably have a strong handshake. And you may be someone who has a business, or you do something which makes you seem somebody, I want to say. Like, you might not feel like you're famous or anything, but I just feel like you might be an entrepreneur. And people aspire to live like you. Like, they might see you coming out when you're having fun. They might see you being able to set your own hours, and they don't realize that when you go home, you do a lot of work behind the scenes. I feel like they wish they could see more of your behind the scenes life and work and things. Like, it seems like there's a lot of people who know you through work and maybe know you through like parties or just see you on the street or something. And they kind of think you seem lucky and blessed and maybe like your life is easier than it is. I want to say men think you're very caring and sweet and very secure in terms of like your emotions and how you feel. You seem to be comforting and nurturing and quite motherly and caring in your energy, or giving and generous, let's say. But I also feel like you have quite a lot of pride, like you take pride in yourself. And you have this like composedness about you. I don't know if somebody's a composer and they like your composition skills or something like that, or you're like a fashion designer, or something to do with like what you do for work. It's maybe involving something like composition. They really admire that. They think it's very amazing. They think like 10 out of 10. I want to say 10 out of 10 to the presentation or something like that, like presentation skills on point. I want to say someone finds you very psychic. Like, there's someone who finds you psychic, or people in general, like men in general, find you psychic. They find you someone who's not always around, but when you're around, it feels like you would be forever. Like, you give people a sense of safety and security when they're in your presence. But I feel like you leave and you might leave and then they kind of feel longing for you again. Like, they miss you when you're not there. I do feel like there are people who miss you currently. Like, there's certain men who miss you and want to check up on you, and they follow your social media, or they secretly follow your social media. Like, they pay attention to your updates. They might want to follow your LinkedIn and like know where you're working and keep in touch with you via your work or something like that. If they're, say, not able to find out much on your personal social media, it might be like your business page that they follow or something like that. But yeah, I feel like you're very impressive and you're highly attractive to people, and they want to know you more, but they feel like you may be a bit unattainable for knowing better. And I feel like you might stay in your house a lot, and I feel like you do have a nice house. And you seem like you're really focused towards goals in your life, which you seem to be succeeding with. So yeah, I feel like a lot of people find you a bit unknowable, but they feel like you're intuitive and psychic, and like you're very generous and kind and giving. And yeah, I feel like you don't really like people to know too much of you, so you might kind of leave before they get to know you well. I hope you enjoyed the reading group too. Thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to hit the thumbs up button below. Leave me a comment to let me know how it resonated for you. Subscribe if you're not already subscribed. And get in touch with me if you'd like a personal reading. The information will be below. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you again soon. Bye. This reading is for you if you chose the red Jasper. Let's see what cards you have. From the Goddesses, Gods and Guardians Oracle, you have Artemis, Brave Spirit. From the Divine Animals Oracle, you have Chameleon, Change. From the Light Seers Tarot, you have the Nine of Pentacles, the Knight of Swords, and the Hanged Man. And from the Ancestral Path Tarot, you have the Four of Sacred Circles and the Prince of Sacred Circles. I'm already getting that someone always has the smokes. Like, you always have the smokes when you come. Like, you always bring... I'm hearing you always bring the loud pack, and people, or men, like you for that. Like, they know you've always got something to smoke, I'm hearing. Like, they like the fact that you keep a lot of stocks of something, I'm hearing. But But I'm also hearing that you may like to cook and you may have a really nice house and you always provide the food or you provide money or you're generous with things. And it feels like you do, when people are around you, it feels like you do like to provide them with whatever you have. Like you like to share with people. And I feel like you do like to make sure that other people are provided for. But also I'm seeing that you do like to go off on your own. So I don't feel like you're around people that much for them to get an impression of you. It seems like you kind of like a bit of a high-buy person sometimes. Like people would like to run after you. They would like to run after you and chase after you and talk to you more. They might see you sometimes like you're trying to run away. You're trying to get far away from them. But men think you're very brave. They think you're tough. They think you're kind of like a warrior kind of person. Like you're in good shape and you're healthy and you're strong in your physique. And like you don't take no shit from nobody and you're good on your own. You're very independent. You're someone to not be fucked with. I feel like you might be someone who's tough and self-determined, self-motivated. You seem to be having like your own space. Like I do feel like you live alone and you're independent and you spend a lot of time alone and you seem to be getting money on your own. You might be self-employed or you might have a really good job that pays your bills. You might be like learning a craft or studying and it's something which is not for everyone. It's like something for people who are intelligent, people who are hardworking, or it could be something very lucky. It could be like you're an athlete and you're one of a chosen few who get to do it on that level. But it doesn't mean that you're not really hardworking just because you're lucky as well. It just feels like you might come across as a bit lucky to some people. I feel like you are very chill, like men think you're chill, and you're the sort of person who takes risks and they pay off for you. I feel like you take risks and they're the right kind of risks and you know that you can handle the pressure, I want to say. It seems like you're the sort of person who doesn't fold under pressure and you know how to get the job done. And it feels like you're able to relax as well as being someone who has like a sense of urgency and productivity. It seems like you are very hardworking and you like to take care of yourself and you probably like to take care of others, but I feel like you keep that a bit private. And on the surface, it might seem like you're not really having too much time for other people because you always have work to do or you have something else going on. I do feel like you have a colourful personality that people want to pay attention to. I feel like men have an admiration for how confident and bold you are. And you seem like the sort of person who has time for the right kind of communications and like helping people when it's like the right kind of person. And I do feel like you get things done quickly and you're focused and you have a lot more determination than most people, a lot more motivation than most people. I do feel like you dress very interestingly as well, but sometimes you might dress really basic because you don't want people to notice you. And you might feel annoyed when they do notice you anyway and just like want to get away from them as quickly as possible. But yeah, I do feel like you might get quite a lot of free time to chill, despite the fact that you work so hard. And people kind of see you more when you're chilling, so they might want to approach you and talk to you because you seem like happy and down to earth during those moments. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed the reading group 3. Thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to hit the thumbs up button below. Leave me a comment to let me know how it resonated for you. And subscribe if you're not already subscribed. If you'd like a personal reading, the information will be below. You can also find details of my Patreon and my PayPal if you're interested in donating to my channel. I'd be super grateful. Thank you for watching and I hope to see you again soon. Bye.